What's up, guys? John here, coming at you from Stockgate training session. Chances are you read the title and we're talking about ACL reconstruction, return to sport, still have some continued knee pain. You're not alone. It's really common following ACL reconstruction, getting back into your return to sport, to feel some continued pain at the front of your knee just below your kneecap. We'll talk about the reasons why, but we're also going to talk about how you can fix that as well. So thanks for tuning in and hope you learned something. All right, in my experience, there's three main reasons why people still continue to have knee pain after their return to sport. One is they return to run way too quickly. Two, they severely underload their quads and they don't really hammer away quad strengthening deep into the later months of their ACL rehab. And the third one is that they don't practice enough deceleration drills. All right, now returning to run too quickly. A lot of protocols will say you can run at 3 months, you can run at 4 months, and there's this arbitrary timestamp where, yeah, you're far enough along and you should be able to return to run. That's definitely not the case. You need to have a sufficient amount of quad strength, and you need to have a certain amount of capacity in your quad, in your leg, in your shin, in that patellar tendon, in that quad tendon, and all the other muscles of the lower extremity in order to sustain that type of repeated stress over and over and over again. Now we're talking about getting back to steady state jogging in a straight line. We want you to have enough strength and enough comfort to be able to run without that uneven, limping on that one leg or offloading that one leg. And you may feel that you're fine and getting back into it and it feels comfortable, or oh, it's just a little bit of a limp, but those are a hard stop for us. We really find most people return to running way too quickly. Keep in mind that your ACL rehab is gonna be 8, 9, 10 months. You've got time. It's okay if we wait another 3, 4, 5 weeks to make sure that it's appropriate for you to get back into running so you don't set yourself back later. Two of the more common sites for harvesting grafts for ACL are your quad tendon and your patella tendon. Now what happens during the surgery is they'll actually cut out the middle third of each of those tendons and they'll use that as the new ligament. But here's the catch. Those areas also have to heal and recover and get back to their previous level of strength prior to the surgery. Most people neglect this area and they undertreat and underload these areas so those tendons actually don't strengthen enough. Your muscles will strengthen a lot quicker than your tendons will. So this is why a lot of people continue to have some of that knee pain, because those areas aren't strong enough. Think about your quad strength and then your tendon strength. You want to make sure that they're both up to par. When it comes to quad strength, there's no mystery, all right? Your knee bends and it straightens. Load it up heavy. Get comfortable with the meat and potatoes of your quad strengthening. Your knee extensions, your step ups, your lunges, your rear foot elevated split squats, and your squatting. I prefer front squats. Just loads up the quads a little bit more, but those are my preferences for quad loading. Do not skip out on those. Don't back off on them. You need to keep going forward. One of the best lines I ever heard from a mentor when I was learning how to rehab ACLs: if your goal is not to become Quadzilla, you're doing it wrong. The last thing I don't want you to forget is practicing those deceleration drills. This places a lot of load on that quad tendon and patella tendon. If you're playing a power sport, if you have to run, jump, land, change direction, decelerate and accelerate again, like on this soccer pitch, a lot of other power sports, you need to learn how to decelerate. You cannot get back into return to play without practicing deceleration drills. Slowly going through cone drills, going forward, decelerating, backpedaling, you get back into it, jumping, landing, repeated jumping. Deceleration drills are a non-negotiable hard stop. You must incorporate those into your rehab protocol a couple months before you get back onto the pitch in order to make sure that you can get back as strong as possible without having that nagging knee pain. All right, guys, so the take-home message is it's okay if you still have some knee pain after you've gotten back to your sport after an ACL reconstruction. It's been a long 8, 9, 10 months, for some of you 12 sometimes. It's not uncommon to have some continued knee pain, especially as your body is adapting to the higher intensity of your sport, okay? But keep in mind, the three main reasons we see people fall into this trap is because they started running too quickly. Have patience, it's okay to take that extra month. They're not doing enough strength work into the later phases. You've done a lot of the strength stuff. Now you're trying to get back to your running and your agility and you're really excited about your sport. You can't forget about the strength stuff, okay? Those are really important. And then finally, you're just not getting into the deceleration aspect. That's like the higher level of the specialty drills that you need to incorporate after ACL reconstruction, getting back into sport. Because that's what's gonna stress and challenge your knee the most. As you're running, you gotta slow down, stop, and change directions. So 3 take-homes from today: don't be too eager to get back to running, don't neglect the strength work, and make sure you practice those decelerations.